I still remember the way her voice cracked when she screamed it, "Get out and never come back." It wasn't anger that stung, it was the finality. The way she said it like she'd rehearsed it, like I'd been waiting my whole life to give her a reason to hate me. So I walked out, quietly, no suitcase, no shouting match, just silence and keys hitting the kitchen counter. That silence, it became my weapon. Back then, I thought we were a family, messy, loud, imperfect, but real. I helped them with everything, the bills, the house repairs, even their mortgage when Dad's business went under. They said it was just until things got better. Things never did. I was 24, saving for my own place, but every month I wired them half my paycheck. Mom called me her rock. Dad said I was the man of the house. Funny how easy it is to play hero when you don't know you're being used. It started changing last winter. Mom grew colder. Calls went unanswered. Dad started avoiding me when I'd drop by. The warmth was gone, replaced by this quiet hostility that didn't make sense. Then one day, I came home early from work and found a real estate agent standing in the driveway. She said she was there to photograph the property. "Our house?" I asked. She nodded. "Your parents said they're selling, moving somewhere warmer." I stood there, heart pounding, watching a stranger take pictures of the house I'd been paying for. When I confronted them that night, they didn't even deny it. Mom looked at me like I was a stranger. "We need a fresh start," she said. "You've done your part. We're moving on." Then Dad mumbled something about not wanting strings attached. Strings. That's what they called my years of loyalty. So when she screamed that night, told me to get out and never come back, I did exactly that. But not before I smiled. Because by then, I'd already made a few adjustments. See, the mortgage payments weren't made directly from my account. I'd set up an automatic transfer, under my name. The loan was in Dad's name, but I was the one keeping it alive. When I stopped paying, I didn't tell them. I just let the silence do the talking. 2 weeks later, the calls started. Missed payments, late notices, panic. Dad left voicemails, his voice shaky, confused. "Son, the bank's calling, what's going on?" I ignored them. 3 weeks in, he showed up at my apartment. I didn't open the door right away. Just watched him through the peephole. He looked older, smaller. When I finally opened it, he tried to sound casual. "Why'd you stop paying the mortgage?" I didn't answer at first. I wanted him to feel it, the weight of those words. Then I said, calm and clear, "Because, Dad, you told me I wasn't part of that house anymore." He blinked, tried to speak, failed. I stepped closer. "You said you didn't want strings attached, so I cut them." That's when it hit him. The realization that every bill, every month, every quiet sacrifice had kept that roof over their heads. He tried to argue, saying they'd lose everything. I said, "You already did." Then I closed the door. A month later, I drove past the house. The for sale sign was still there, but now it was sun-faded. The grass had grown wild. There was an orange foreclosure notice taped to the front door. They'd lost it. I parked across the street, just for a minute. Watched as Mom stood on the porch, yelling at Dad. Her voice carried across the empty yard. It was the same tone she used on me that night. Except this time, he didn't walk away. He just stood there, defeated. I didn't feel joy, not exactly, just closure. Because betrayal doesn't always come with knives or lies. Sometimes it's quieter, like being erased by the people who should have loved you most. But revenge doesn't always need noise either. Sometimes it's as simple as letting people drown in the silence they created. I drove away that day with the windows down, wind rushing through, no music playing. For the first time, I didn't feel guilty. For the first time, I felt free. They wanted me gone, so I gave them exactly what they asked for, and everything that came with it. And that was the last debt I ever paid.